I just know that I've muted myself. So, welcome to today's scrim matches. So, we will be streaming not tourney matches since we haven't got together a match just yet. That's not due to the lack of players, that is due to just some time zone constricting stuff. So we will be on that right away. I know Pinocchio is working his ass off to organize stuff, but we will be back with more tourney matches soon. But this is a scrim match in the Hippos team. So I'll be casting that as basically practice. And let me just make sure maybe there will be a shout out to the sexiest player, but I'm not quite sure who that is. Alright, so now that I've pissed at least some people off, let's jump right into it. I know people are gathering right now, so actually we've got Mikkel today with his first appearance as a monster, I would assume. We've also got Riptide, as you've seen, as a monster. He will be playing as monster today, as I understand. But we will see. So let's switch over to the selection screen and let's see what's what. And there we go. So as you can see, people are still joining in. We seem to be playing on the map Mad Lab. If we are indeed. So if we are to play in MATLAB, let's see what it would have in store for it. So I can't do picture-in-picture right now since OBS is kind of effing me over with this one. But the MATLAB map isn't really kind to the monsters. You have got not bad kind of feeding routes, but you will be able to trap the monster easily if you stick around in the middle as the trapper. Since there aren't really pockets, it's a very round map actually. It's kind of got this clover feeling, you know, for four-leaf clover. And you will see if you look at the map. I will show this into the in the post-game statistics. You will see what I mean. And also this allows me to practice a little bit on my presentation skills, so hang tight. I hope we will get through this without a hitch. Right, so as you know, we have got some preset settings right here, and the team is just setting this up right away. I'll read them to you since we've already got connection to the server here. Let me just quickly switch over here until the team is ready. So we've got a few banned a few banned options as well. So a few banned maps and a banned monster. But let me get through the settings real quick. So we've got fair weather as always. So no fog to be seen. We've got no rain to obscure the monster. We have got a balanced difficulty as always. We've also got the wildlife population as normal. And one more thing about the wildlife population. So what elite wildlife, you can see them being off right here. So there won't be any shenanigans with any buffs that both teams are going to be able to achieve. So no damage resistance, no extra damage buffs for either team. Strikes are, as always, put on 2, so you will see no more than 2 times downage. But there will be a lot of deaths, I would assume, as soon as they hit 3, and this will kind of bring out the turning point at that point. So as I've mentioned, we've got 3 maps, some due to some glitches as well. So if you know that aviary is banned, if you know the reasons why, you can certainly look it up. But just long story short, there is some wall you can clip through, and even if you don't want to, sometimes it can happen on accident, and we don't really want to see rematches due to glitches, so we tend to avoid that map. Also, Broken Hill Foundry and Broken Hill Mine are banned, and the Elder Kraken as well. So Elder Kraken is kind of related as the most broken monster right now. You can beat him. You can very much beat him, but the win percentage is very much in his favor in a bad amount. So I'd say, I don't quote me this, but it's basically 70-50, 75 to 25, I would assume. If we can get more accustomed people in the chat, please let me know. And we are ready to start, so let me just get out of the way of the team and put that observer role right there. And who have we got? We've got Wilhelm, we have got Crook, Mikkel, Riptide, and Rogue. And we're ready to start. So we do not have a pick and ban phase in pick and ban phase in scrims, so we will only be seeing what they have picked shortly here. Kind of jumping around with a few screen issues here. So if we kind of get cut off audios, please let me know. But I think we're good. So what have we got? We have settled on MATLAB, and we are seeing a hover on Markov. So this seems to be Blitz Markov. This seems to be not vanilla Markov. So the variation very much coming through here. As you know, kind of powering up as he goes. So we will probably see some golden beams if we are lucky, but otherwise we have the Goliath for Riptide. Very much a standard pick here. And just to throw me off, it seems to be Parnell locked in and ready. So right off the bat, we've got a very damaging assault right here, and Cabot with that damage amplification as a backup. So this seems to be a damage comp. Yes, indeed, everyone is already locked in. So we've got Wasteland Maggie, the more damaging version of Maggie as well. So we will be seeing some ticks on the health bars here pretty soon, I would imagine. So let's see how they will be doing here. As you can see, there aren't really a lot of clan checks here, but we can see Riptide just starting off right away. Excuse the stutter, I would assume this will be fixing itself in a couple of minutes here. And we are indeed off. So sorry, let me just close some things down here. if this is causing additional lag. I think I've seemed to fix it here. So we see Riptide on his way already, being tagged basically by the dust, as it seems. So you can see the green outline here, and the team is already aware of his position, as it seems like, if this is not a graphical issue. And yes, indeed, we've got an early dome here, full armor, but barely enough to evolve here, just mitigating in the corner here. A great choice by him. He knows how damaging this damage can actually be. And if you can see, this is not a great dome for the team here. Can't really get an effective shot in here right here, so you can see the team kind of splitting up a little bit, trying to surround it, and there we got the first kind of actual fight going on here. You can see these little dots here. These are the, of course, the weak spots. Getting shot by Val's sniper rifle gets a very powerful damage boost on the monster, and we can see it work right here. So we've got damage amplification by Cabot, and in additional, you've got the weak spots, and a lot of them as well. If Val is not forced to be an actual medic and use the med gun, you will see her land those powerful weak spots on you, and this is going to hurt. And yes, you can see already half, just about shy of half the health is already missing here. Riptide getting fed here, but Cabot very much on him as well, and this is not looking great for Riptide here. The dust, for your information, stays on the Goliath for quite a long time, trying some sneaky maneuver here. He knows the the cooldown just enough here, so he knows that about 45 seconds will be enough to shake the dust from Cabot. But he's being tagged all the way, so all the time there is this still chase damage, so Dome is still down, I would assume. So there won't be any catching him soon, but it will be coming up soon here, and I think Riptide will be aware of this very much, and there it comes down as well. And this is a much better dome, so you've got a very well positioned roaching cliff right here with barely any cover basically, but Riptide doing his best by dipping down into the tunnels here, into the structure, but taking hard hits here. Trying to mitigate by going up top again, but you can see the team following nicely. Basically the only chance he's got here is to keep hidden as best as he can, since he won't be tagged by dusting any time soon here. There's no climbing up there if you are getting harpooned. So the harpoon traps provide even bigger damage here, dot damage over time. This is proving to be quite a bit of issues here for Riptide. There's no escaping it on the side here. If the dome had dropped sooner, you could have seen him escape here, but no chance, no dice, so this scrim goes to the hunters. Well done. We have not seen even an evolution here, so no evo, no quick evo, no evo at all. So I'm just being informed that the monster indeed had 180 ping. So if you are not aware, Legacy Evolve has some ping issues. This is due to the service being shut down, if you don't know. So this is peer-to-peer. So whoever is host does have the advantage here, and we're staying in the same lobby. But just if you let me know in the chat who's host at the moment, I'd be real thankful here. I'd assume it's not Riptide. So we've got Orbital Drill right next, and I'm just being informed that it's Rogue actually being host. So you've seen them at the on the left side in the previous match here. Alright, so who do we see here? We are seeing Riptide going over into the Hunter team and Mikkel as Goliath. So this is already picked. If you know, in the tournament, this will actually be different. So there's a pick and ban phase. But no sweat, this is SCRIMS, so you will see the Hunter team kind of trying out different things. So I would assume we will be seeing the same damage comp, if not the same, then just a little bit different. So we're seeing Riptide as the medic this time. Rogue has changed to Trapper. So Rogue, as you mentioned, the host, being medic last time, did a great job evading any kind of damage attempt, but there weren't many, if you remember. If you're joining us now, the first scrim went very well into the hands of the Hunter team here. We're seeing a very similar kind of comp here. So we've got Cabot, we've got Parnell, so huge damage coming through there. We've also got Wasteland Maggie for some additional dot and the huge kind of dot damage pet she's got, so there's a flamethrower right there as well. But what's different is Rogue Bell indeed. So we've got a healing field ability for Rogue Bell, and to note already is the semi-automatic sniper rifle. So this is not the same sniper rifle as Val has. So this is an interesting choice here. Rogue Val does not place the same kind of weak points you've seen before. This can be explained away by just being stronger, having more damage per shot. But definitely interesting choice. So we might see Riptide going for damage Wilhelm, excuse me, going for damage himself here. So as you can see, the roles have already changed a bit. Crook as Parnell here, Wilhelm as medic, and Rogue, as I've said before, as Trapper this time. So host domes very much being in favor instead of client domes here. And we have got a dome, so this isn't a great dome for the monster right here. He seems to be not noticed at all right now.
Whoa! Stabbing beetle thing.
Nice, there you go.
You heard the man. All weapons fly.
Ready to take it to the next level.
Alright, we are seeing the red outlines for the hunters here. Going right away, and we are seeing huge damage coming down for the monster here. The armor is already down, so Mikkel is being pounded hard here with this damage comp here. But doing a great job evading the big damage amplification right here. And all of the Hunter team looking especially peachy today, since there will be a lot of mitigation and great interception by the assault here. So huge damage coming out with the flamethrower here. And Mikkel kind of doing a good job mitigating, but only has 2 bars of health left. Getting a bit of armor here, but stopping just enough to be intercepted one more time and not finishing the last bit of meal he has got for himself. Just trying to heal up a little bit here, trying to use the dome timer to his advantage. But it's tough being chased around the map right here, so if we can just get the map into view one more time. Observer mode being janky as always. You can see the hunters being very aware of where Nicholas is going here.
Commence tagging.
And you can see actually Daisy doing a great job trying to move into that position, but no, she is indeed going into the last. Oh, this is a greedy Evo here. The hunters being that close, this will bring down some pain. Can he Evo as quickly as he needs to, and I think this might be GG here. There will be some skills distributed. This will be indeed a fight, so as you can see from the stage 2 Evo here. Well, let's see how well he can do, and this won't be enough, so I don't think this you can really blame him for going for the Evo here. It might have been that the hunters kind of missed the scent here, but it was greedy for sure, and this has meant his death quite quickly here. So Hunter is going for the win one more time here, so you can see them being very well in sync here. Which you kind of want to see in the later stages of Elo. Well, I'm saying Elo, I of course mean pro play. Yes, and I've mentioned the ping issue, so Wilhelm seems to be having some ping issues himself. Just saying 250 is too much for me, no monstering for me, please. We're actually seeing Wraith Trap being picked here, so interesting choice. Very much regarded as the best hunter map, as is common knowledge, but it's not impossible in any shape or form here. So you will see probably Riptide going for an early Evo here, probably following the west feeding route. So probably an Evo under 110. So they will be making sure not to go too quickly though, because as you know, the timer must reach 20 seconds to spawn any wildlife. So we will see how that pans out here. But I assume, and I don't think I'm giving too much away, that he will be going for that southwest feeding route, and the team will probably know that. If he doesn't, well, we will see. Red Trap has a lot of viable routes here. And we're seeing a different kind of comp today, so we've got a Rogue Val, as we did just before, and Tech Sergeant Tank. So this is a different kind of more defensive, I would assume, comp. So we don't see the damage amplification. We are seeing the shield coming out from Tech Sergeant Tank. This is not the same kind of obnoxious shield you see from Hank himself. So very effective in a positive kind of saying it, right? You will see him very much laying down the shield as a preparation for the fight, and we'll be going into the fight fully shielded here except himself, so he might be going down first if the monster monster focuses him first. But let's hear. So Riptide scrimming as a Goliath one more time. Didn't have a lot of success in the last one, so this last match was MedLab going up against a full damage comp. And we will be following him for the first 20 seconds, and a bit he seems to be just standing still. This might be ping issues from my side, so apologize already. Just feasting on those colonists right here, and 20 seconds are over, so wildlife is going on. And this is why Wraith Trap is so great. You don't really need to wait for wildlife to spawn. You can already just gorge yourself on the corpses that are just littered around the starting position. And there are the hunters already. So let's switch over to maybe Wilhelm here. They are not far behind, so let's see how they are splitting up here, if at all.
I don't have to get seriously pissed about this.
Yep. We already see the Parnell getting some contact here, but how did this happen? So Riptide managing to kind of catch Wilhelm off guard here. And there we go, we've got a stage 1 engage. Riptide trying to mitigate as best as he can, but he kind of picked the spot, so I don't know if this is down to strategic preference or if this is just down to bad luck, but he tried to catch Wilhelm out here. Did well, almost got it down, almost got an in cap here.
Armor's down!
But we can see armor is already gone since Riptide didn't really have a lot of time to feed here. Interesting choice of dome as well. So as you can see, those are just kind of multi-layered elevation here. So this will get the get Riptide some space to mitigate here. Daisy just kind of lagging behind actually has its benefits here. So kind of looping around, getting some additional damage in here. Parnell's rocket launcher doing great work and shredding some armor here. Riptide is not doing so great, so he will go down to a half health here. Just getting a nice old snack out here, so 2 bars of armor remaining. Steering clear of the Dune Beetle, being intercepted one more time here. Let's see how the bunny hopping trapper is doing here.
Firing on an angry something.
There we go. I have managed to get the health bars back, and they're gone again. So I will try getting this one more time. So we've got some wildlife encounters here for the hunter team, and this has allowed Riptide to actually get some space between them and himself. As you can see, the hunter's kind of clueless here, searching the north and actually wandering west here, and this is enough to get Riptide to evolve here. But as you can see, this evolution is being noisily overheard here by the hunters, and they are already on foot to get to Riptide here and splitting up rather nicely. So Trapper ready and primed to drop the dome one more time. Some sneaky plays coming in here, maybe catching somebody out, but rather just trying to escape here, and he is indeed being seen by the assault here. This is not a good place to be. But as he was sneaking, of course, his movement abilities have just cooled down all the way here. And he can gorge even on some big wildlife left behind by the hunters here. This is a nice bit of evil points here, as he is being spotted. Interesting to note, Riptide has gone for the defense skill here, so that might go a bit in explaining his strategy to go for the early down here instead of moving about quite fast. So usually you will see movement speed increase, or maybe the movement skill increase a bit, but he is going for the assault here, probably going for the personal shield proc here. Just enough to get him to back off here. No chase damage being doled out here, and he's still full armor. Going for some sneak plays one more time. And is the assault being caught out? Yes, indeed. Well, now counts to be seen here. Just charging right ahead at him, but there will be no personal shield being procced today since the assault is being shielded by Hank as well. Kind of interesting take on a focus here, so no real focus being taken here. Just kind of jabbing out the team, waiting indeed. So Riptide is sure to wait out this dome timer as well. Kind of going for the feeding route one more time. Backing up one more time, so doubling back here. But probably noticing, yes, as he slips around, that Daisy and the Trapper are indeed on his tail. And we can see Rope kind of out of position here. So let's see if Riptide can indeed get some punishing in here. But he is not doing great here. So Daisy has taken quite a bit of punishment here. But Mikkel is just ready to face the monster here. Not shielded, mind you, because this tech sergeant Hank can't shield himself. We're seeing some real engagement here, and we're seeing actually an in-cap here on Mikkel. So tech sergeant Hank being down will provide some hampering into the reinforcement before a fight here, and maybe he's going for Daisy here. Daisy not having the largest health pool, not being... No, he's actually going for Mikkel one more time, so can he get a second in-cap here on Mikkel? 2 strikes on Hank will very much... Yes, indeed, he is going to be able to get 2 in-caps here. 2 strikes on the support means also he can down him quickly, so no cloaking is available as soon as possible here. So this is very interesting. Dome is down. He is going for another few feeding options here. Is he going to catch them off guard? Yes. Oh, very, very nice. He caught him in the split here, so 2-2. You don't want to be caught in this, so Mikkel is going to be down to low health one more time here. The Hunters not being able to set up here is going to cost them potentially dearly, but very great defense here by the Hunters as well. Scaring out Riptide and costing him actually dearly. So even though he has the damage prevention perk here, so 10% of damage is being reduced, he still took a lot of damage, and this might be a bit of a risky move here. So let's see how close they actually are. They are closing in, but he might have enough time to get some distance here, but no, this seems to be okay. So we are seeing the first and last point of the rock throw coming in here. So rock throw hasn't actually been yeah, and this is some great positioning here by the Hunters. Most of the Hunter team is actually outside of the dome, so the monster can't get to them, and just now are they positioning themselves inside the dome. I think Riptide wasn't aware of this, so as he was trying to chase some people out of it, he wasn't able to make any connection there. Wilhelm doing a great job in roaching here. And Riptide is in a... Yes, he does have a great pillar to loop around, but this is not going to save him from all the damage coming in from all 5 basically players here. 4 human, 1 AI. And he's just waiting out this dome timer in a very great spot here. So he is able to wait out the dome timer, so it's not quite game over yet. So we've got a heavily wounded stage 3 Goliath here. Indeed getting rock throw quite a bit late here, and this is an interesting thing to maybe get some questions on later, why Riptide went for no rock throw in the beginning, but still chose that early engage. He went full mobility in the star rate basically for the first 3 damages here. Using a bit of craftsmanship here, I would call it, to get some extra speed here and extra height. Nice interception here from Paranel, using the shield to intercept the rock throw here. And he's actually Riptide is going for the focus on the Trapper here, neutering the Hunter's ability to dome him here, and he doesn't actually seem to be losing any health here in this engagement. So great little trade here, 1 in cap for no health damage, but can he recover all the armor he has lost? Reorientating himself and disorientating all the stream watchers and me as well. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Yes, and here we go. I don't think the hunters will be chasing much here. They are actually anticipating, as it seems, an attack on the other side here, so let's see how they are doing. I think we might be seeing a skyrocket here, a skyrock here, but we see the hunters actually clearing out some wildlife.
I've got eyes on the
Tank
monster.
just
Move out.
getting everyone shielded up. Everyone else was just shooting wildlife, so the stage 3 monster here can't heal up indefinitely. And you can see it's already just shy of 3 minutes here. Riptide will have to engage right here, so I will be changing over to him as well. We're seeing some janky ping movement here. But he's going straight for Mikkel here, who has 2 strikes already. Some nice damage coming in. Didn't actually get to the... Oh, and this is a great laser here by Tech Sergeant Tank. Actually, the first one we see right here. And this is great punishment here for the Goliath, who didn't manage to connect the rock throw the first time here and getting down Mikkels, but he did get down the Trapper one more time. Can he get away with just a sliver of health here? And yes, indeed, he might be able to escape. But I would assume the hunters are hot on his heels here, and indeed you can see the assault and everyone else actually still up chasing here. We do not have Crow in the Hunter team, so there is no armor piercing damage here. And you can see him actually getting away with it. Just about, I might add, so just a bit of health left here. And let's try and see how this engagement will work in his favor or not. So we've got 2 incaps and 2 hunters, and he will surely be focusing him at first. And another great interception here by the assault. This saves a lot of damage on both incapped hunters. And you can see they have not gotten any damage here at all. Not even the support who was not shielded. So we're seeing Goliath succumbing to his wounds here. Well done by the Hunter team, but this was the first very much well fought match here by the Hunter. So the first one we can really see the monster getting to stage 3. We haven't seen that all evening here. And we're back one more time. So it seems to be that we are changing maps one more time to Armory. And will we be seeing Mikkel as monster one more time? We'll see. Armory kind of being a hourglass shape kind of map one more time, but very generous wildlife spawns. So we will see how the hunters can deal with that. So the monster will be starting kind of in the north and will be free to roam into the southwest here for some nice feeding route options here and some quick evo. So you will be able to probably evolve as soon as 106 here. And we are going to see Mikkel one more time as the Goliath here. Maybe. That was just a hover. And I'm done for some color, so this is... Nope, that was just a meme pick. So we will be seeing whatever comes out of Rogue here. We're seeing a new comp here, so actually the first Slim we're seeing the first of everything here. So Slim as a very offensive medic, as you know, the cooldown will be going down more and more for his healing burst as more and more shots of his primary rifle actually hit the monster here. So he will be shooting the monster more even than Val here, so regular Val as you know is using damage comps for those weak ones. We're seeing some quick feeding routes here. So as I've mentioned here, you've seen the monster start kind of in the north here, and the hunters are very aware, of course, as the footprints show that Mikkel moved into the south here. But some bad luck on the feeding here. Only half full evil meter here, and he will be cornered in here. Nice reading on the hunter's part, and nice splitting as well. So we can see Slim kind of hanging back here, and nice sound spike as well, covering the full distance here. So wherever Mikkel will emerge, he will be picked up here. And he's getting spotted right away here, so there will be no quick evo here, and some nice damage can be put on him even before the dome goes down here. So let's see if they can make the connection here, and yes, it seems like they are waiting very much here for the dome. Maybe getting a bit too greedy, but you can see that green icon moving over here to the west, and this is a very good choice because Mikkel has no other option here but to go there. He is being pinged all the way. And if the trapper isn't particularly careful here, this is again a greedy maneuver here, but you kind of have to go for it in this spot here. You can't really force an engagement. And this is a nice dome, but indeed he has, Mikkel has gotten down the evo here, quickly going actually for the support here. So interesting choice, maybe just going for whatever they need, or maybe baiting out that orbital barrage, but just moving past it one more time here. Wilhelm taking a beating, and this is a much more focused game here. So Hank actually getting focused first because of his shields, quickly changing focus to Slim as soon as Hank is out of reach here. kind of changing around everything here, kind of spreading the damage here. This is, I don't know if this is going to be fruitful here. Nice dodging going on by Crook. The armor already being shredded completely here. Trying to feed up, but Wildlife and Hunter Fire getting into his way here. And we can see the Tesla gun, or I'd rather say the lightning gun, helping out, clearing the Wildlife actually. And we are on the hunt already, so half of the stage 2 health being down here and some nice feeding will prevent any more damage to the health here. We are indeed moving one more time into that kind of pocket down there in the south, where we can see Mikkel just doubling back actually, doing very well in sniffing out those sound spikes. So just moving on the edges here, basically hasn't moved at all into that north corner of the map, so very well done by him here. Not getting caught out on those sound spikes. It takes quite a bit of expertise to dodge those, but we see Markov hot on his tails here, just pinging him out, not shooting. Well done, just kind of keeping him from feeding as soon as he starts to. But we will see another engage here, fully armored, and Medic just taking a big beating here as Hank loses line of sight here. Nice hit on the Trapper here, getting actually a down on the Trapper here is very sweet, so changing focus here paid off. Not focusing the shielded Medic for a second here will provide Mikkel for enough time to get out of the way and out of the dome, which has dropped early because the Trapper is actually in-capped here. So we see him roam free. Stage 2, no additional damage to the health here. Just gorging on some little Wildlife here. It's slim pickings right now, but that's how it is for a hunted monster. But he's just retreading old ground here, so well done. Will he double back one time? He will actually double back one more time the same route. Waiting out the hunters. Getting seen by the Medic here, but Medic is very much being caught out here, so let's see if he can get another game cap, but no. The Hank was just in reach of Slim here. And we might see another engage here. Nope. He's just trying to mitigate and get out of the way, but Dome just coming up. Lucky break here for the Hunters. This might be difficult to actually get to the Hunter though. And we see the Dome actually being dropped here. This might have been miscommunication. It was a bad Dome to be sure. There was a lot of space to dodge around in. But still, I personally would have gone for a longer Dome here, so I'm not sure what happened there. Riptide being the target of damage here, so one more time going for the Trapper here. Mikkel going to back out here as his armor drops one more time. And he might be getting away one more time here. So let's see where he is going. The first time in this match, he will be going into that north corner. Now Wildlife doesn't usually spawn as plentiful here, but since he wasn't here at all, he will be getting some bad luck clipping on the textures here, but finding quite some luscious meals here, and this is what I'm talking about. So by focusing on the south side early, he managed to conserve all the additional Wildlife here and going for a stage 3 Evo. Pretty safe here. We can see the Hunters just trailing back here, kind of moving around that rock. They must be certain that he is behind there, and nice Dome here, not allowing Mikkel to armor up here. And will we see some more mitigation? We will actually see some feeding within the dome here. The dome has been dropped indeed. They had him, but they didn't see him, so they dropped him. And Mikkel is just chilling back there, just being a happy old Goliath, clearing out some mines here, which are a huge source of damage for Markov, so losing those will be damaging Markov as well. But they are very much a setup kind of comp with Markov here. Seeking actually an engage here, but Riptide getting caught out one more time here. Will he be going down a second time? Being damaged over time. You can see the ping actually going hard here on Mikkel as well. Nice little try to fake out the rock throw here, but not managing to connect, so being sneaky, and nice harpoon here, stopping the traversal, and nice dome one more time, so it seems to have been the correct kind of decision. To drop that dome early, so it is back up for the next engage here. They were just at the cusp of the engagement here, so Mikkel was trying to back off here, but didn't manage to do so, and the dome will cost him dearly here. Trying to mitigate, trying to hide in that corner here. Crook taking his time to get there, but nice positioning here to catch him out. This is what you should do with an assault, by the way, for a if you see a crouching monster, just get to him as soon as possible, allowing the team to see him one more time. Nice harpoons coming out here, as always, from Hank here, from the trapper here. And the dome is down, but the poons just keep coming, so we can see him. We can see Mikkel kind of getting a bit of trouble here, and we can see that Riptide has actually gone for reload here, and this is a nice bit of tech here, and that's why Mikkel had such a bad time trying to escape. What else can we see? So the pretty much basic standard choice for a Hank here, so capacity Hank. Don't let me tell you that this is the only way to play Hank, but it's certainly the go-to way. And we can see the reducing damage perk from Slim here. Interesting choice. Slim going for the offensive build here. So let's see if it actually pays off. So one more time, we can see an engagement here. Let's check those skills one more time. Pretty basic here. Trudge is taking for movement, as we see Mikkel's backing up one more time, just getting some more health in. Trying for the Skyrock, doesn't actually connect. So one more time, let's try to follow this engagement from the assault, because Crook has actually done some real damage to Mikkel in the past here, not being downed once. As we can see, Mikkel going for Riptide one more time. Riptide, as you could see, being downed once, trying to get rid of those poons, but there's some great roaching going on here. Mikkel already on the back foot here, no dome, and there is the dome. Just getting picked here. So Mikkel did not succeed in his plans to delete the dome. Crook kind of getting caught out here, but no worries. He's already being healed to full by Slim here, and Rogue getting caught out here and actually getting down. So a downed Hank, no shields for the team. Let's switch over to the badly wounded Mikkel here. Can he get enough damage on the rest of the team to not get obliterated here? But it seems to be that 2 bars of health won't be enough here. Riptide going actually down here, but almost, yes, indeed, So we are seeing some great healing from Wilhelm here, strategically sending out the little bug to actually to heal the corpse of the support to full here, getting him back up, providing additional support here. We're seeing that the timer is stopped for a few seconds at the 2-minute mark, but it will be resuming quite soon here. And we can see, yes, indeed, we got 150 on the timer here. So not much time to heal back up. Mikkel almost at full armor here, but he has to start and engage one more time. So we could see a trade for one in-cap on the support and one more in-cap on Riptide here. So Trapper and support going down one strike. So we will keep an eye out for some big assault plays one more time, strategically kind of getting these mines into position here. But some great splitting up here going on. So Wilhelm staying back here as the offensive medic, but some great positioning here, just getting above ground. Great line of sight to the monster here, but Riptide getting a bit out of position here as he tries to outcircle the monster here. Mikkel can't finish the job on him though, but still pursuing here, so Riptide is indeed going down here, so third strike means you're dead, buddy. We have got 1 minute and 20 seconds on the dropship timer here. Let's see what Mikkel can make out of it. So he will have to seek for another engagement pretty soon here, just trying to get down as much armor as he can. As we can see Crook one more time just being a badass and kind of chasing with just by his lonesome here, stopping Mikkels from getting any more armor. But indeed, we can see them actually picking the engagement here. Well done by Crook one more time. Rogue getting caught out badly here though. So no shields for the moment, as Wilhelm is trying to heal up, and indeed he is getting him up one more time. So no worries for Rogue here. Trying to be rested actually by Crook, and one more time Crook just knocking it out of the park here. MVP for the Hunter team, Jesus Christ. And there will be no mercy here for Mikkel. Trying to heal up a bit more, but just being in a light of sight from Crook is not going to be tasty for him here. Just above the cusp here, saving him from the last bit of damage needed here. So we've got another trade here. 1.5 health bars traded for 1 in-cap on the support. And we will be seeing what seems to be the last engagement here, going for Rogue one more time. So proper focusing here on the shielding hanged, but taking just too much damage to be healthy here. Trying to get away one more time. No poons coming out just yet here. And he'll be hard pressed to kind of get an engagement that favors him if the Wilhelm keeps being on point with those heals. No in-cap on him here, so Hank doing the job of primary target very well here. Nice bit of hunting here by Mikkel, so getting healed up nicely here as he is in a secluded spot here. And getting down a full camp here, but trying to get engaged on, but getting stuck badly on some terrain here, but getting Wilhelm actually into a corner, not getting away this time with that traversal as another harpoon hits. So Rogue being one more time on point here with those fast recharging harpoons, and one more time negating that traversal. So nicely done here. And another dome, and this might just seal it. 4 armor bars missing for Mikkel here. And this might prove difficult. So Riptide actually getting real close here, so quite ballsy move here by him to try to get onto the side of the Goliath here. Goliath, meanwhile, just mitigating on the side here, trying to preserve as much armor as possible. And another great harpoon here, not allowing Goliath to get to that edge to climb up here. But it seems like Mikkel is doing a great job mitigating here. There might be just enough time to escape the dome here. Some close range harpoon here. Will it be too greedy? No. In fact, Mikkel is still on the retreat here. And it seems to be enough. That was a lot of damage over a long period of time. So really nice moves here by Mikkel trying to mitigate that last dome, but it just wasn't enough. So the first time Mikkel being domed here, so being domed out of position basically. So just on the cusp of retreating. He's done a great job retreating beforehand, so a lot of engagements were being cancelled by him getting away. Nice job. Nice job by the Hunter team. So let's see who's going for the monster next here. One more scrim. We're seeing another new map here. Seem to be just alternating every single time, keeping it fresh, keeping it new here. Barracks. Tough for monster. The monster will probably attempt to get a nice loop-de-loop here, trying to get as much distance as they can to get away here. And Riptide teasing that behemoth. Will we lock in? Yes, indeed, we will be seeing the first behemoth in ages, so at least for me. So I've seen some scrims. I think yesterday Riptide was teasing him as well. But this is the first time we're seeing it in action on stream here, so getting excited for some behemoth play here, but up against some nice damaging comp here. So we've got an offensive slim Mikkel on that Cabot, ready to dole out and amplify some damage here. Parnell, as you know, some great damaging assault here, and another Jack. So we saw Jack last weekend, if you remember, in the matchup between Team Jackals and the Russian front here. Let's see how he does this time. This time Rogue trying him out, so Rogue last time going for the support. Mikkel is going to fill in the support role this time, so Rogue on the Trapper here. Now we can see Behemoth rolling very much. So we can see Behemoth in his legacy form. So if you're not aware, Behemoth does have some issues in his wall ability, so there will be probably not a lot of skills put in there. Nice aiming though, Riptide, as I know him, just flexing on that Behemoth. Will be having a tough time on this map though, as he attempts to eat, but unluckily doesn't get to. And we can see some nice four-way split here, as we will be surely seeing the first dome here. Behemoth, as you know, huge monster, huge health pool, but already being shot at through the wall here from Mikkel here. So nice shots being landed here. Still being marked here, both by the satellite actually and the and this is a nice dome. So actually getting Crook just just looking in from the outside here and unable to be damaged by the behemoth in any kind of way here. So this is a nice pick off rolling. He does, but Crook kind of getting ballsy here, getting caught by the tongue, and this is a difficult kind of spot to get a. He was lucky this is only stage 1. So Behemoth might be actually going in here for a stage 1 engagement. But his time kind of going here. But Crook still playing ballsy around that edge here. No, big edge for the Hunter team as always is that Cabot tagging the monster here. Nowhere to escape for the Behemoth. Big old fella. But Willem actually getting some nice damage here. Being healed up already, and there's the next big heal burst and getting some dodges in to get another heal burst up here. So this is the Hunter team being healed to full already here. And then we can see the Repulsor. Feast your eyes on the Repulsor. You don't get to see it much, but did great job in aiding some additional chase damage here by kind of just stopping the Behemoth in his tracks here. Riptide is getting some nice food in here. He will be escaping into the big old roaching ball here. Into the caves and out of sight, out of view. Where will he go next? He will be going to the north, and as you can see on the left hand side here, Wilhelm very much keeping on his tracks here, but splitting maybe a bit too much. You can see the Repulsor one more time, and Riptide choosing his engagements here. Getting caught without a medic will hurt you. Can he get a down on anyone here? And indeed, Jack going down here. Nice incap on the Trapper will mean that there will be an easier escape next time. Should Riptide go for Jack first one more time. So this is all a consequence of the medic just hanging back a little bit too far, being on the chase too much here, I would assume. Lucky break for Behemoth not getting attacked by the wildlife here. And already ready to evolve here. So we are at the 4-minute mark. Stage 1 still not being able to find a safe spot here to evolve, and this is another little jabbing context here. I would assume yes, indeed, the dome is already up one more time. So the dome being live, Behemoth has to get out of the way here, and he's just making good distance here, already being basically safe. Getting up on that ledge one more time, providing safe distance and being out of sight here. I think he could have gone for the Evo here. Ooh, sniffing out the assault being alone here. Maybe we can see some engagement here. And yes, the assault Crook is actually being forced to pop the shield early. Might save him some health here. But if he's too far away from the team, no, actually the team has caught up with him. So no clean engagement here for Behemoth. Being chased cleanly here. Out of the caves, but no down. Dome getting position here. So Jack just holding back on the dome here. Maybe doing some great work here, knowing that Behemoth can't really escape that way. And there's the dome as well. So nice AoE damage being attempted here, but nice dodging on the Hunter's side here. Not going into those lava pits here. And keep in mind, Behemoth is still small. He is still stage 1, so not a huge target, but almost as big as a stage 2 Goliath here. And his health getting shredded fast here. Not being able to go to stage 2 will cost him here. Getting some nice placement here. Crook forced to dodge some damage, but I don't think that that Behemoth will be mitigating his way through this encounter here. And no, We will surely be seeing it down here, and yes, indeed. So, one more time. I don't think this was decided by the first or second engagement or jabbing match here. I think this was decided after the second encounter. So, as you can see, first contact was at 1 minute and 5 seconds. So just 45 seconds after the wildlife actually started to spawn here, and that was enough for the hunter team to keep Riptide from evolving to stage 2, and that was his downfall indeed. So yes, as you could probably see there, tongue and big AoE damage from Fisher wasn't enough. And especially if you're not the host as Behemoth, I would assume that there are additional challenges getting hurled your way here. We're seeing rendering plant here, so this time we are looking at another hourglass shaped map here. Unfortunately, this one isn't quite as symmetrical as the last one, so we're seeing a kind of bottom heavy map here, but it's pretty deceptive. So you can see the south side being quite huge, and you've got a huge possibility to dome the monster in the chokehold in the middle. Another Kala being hovered here by Riptide. I mean, I'm down for that, as if you've prepared some sneaky plays with Lazarus and Kala here, we are very much ready to see them. Don't go memeing on me too hard, though. Mikkel's Goliath is nothing to be played around with. And we are actually seeing the first Kala here. So you don't see Kala a lot. You're seeing Kala for the first time this weekend, and you can see it for the first time in the whole tourney. The whole tournament. This will be interesting. So Lazarus is a sneaky POS. On the other hand, you've got the teleporting Kala. So maybe they can team up and do some sneaky plays here, as Mikkel is on his way, getting caught a little bit in the geography here, but on his way to the first fallen survivor here. Getting some nice feeding in, already quarter of his way to full armor before the wildlife even has spawned, and there we go, the first few striders going down. Already attracting some harpies, but this is good timing. So as you know, this is RNG. You will attract harpies only 1/7 of the time, basically. This chance very much increasing each time you feed. So getting it off early is some good news. And I mean, we've been following the monster for quite some time here. Let's follow our Kala player for a little bit. Let's see how they actually split up. So this time the monster has indeed gone to the north, where the most wildlife on this map is actually. You need good RNG though to get the most of it. Already on the beach, and we can see the support actually already. Yes, the support actually making contact here, being caught out. This is not good news, but not being prime target might save Kala here. Actually, nope. There seems to be some focusing issues by Mikkel. Maybe both were kind of surprised to see the other here. There you can see the armor reducer in action, but doubling back from Mikkel surely pays off here. As we see Kala being down here. So what we saw here is something you can do yourself at home. When you see someone following you, kind of going through a cliff here, color was all spent on jetpack fuel, and that Nickel
Find the monster.
probably knew. So you can just double back, leap slamming her to the ground, giving a nice clean ink cap here. Or rather, that would be the case if Lazarus wasn't part of the team. So no ink cap here, but quick stage 2 here, and Rope kind of out of position here. Where's the rest of your team, buddy? We can see the Trapper nicely cutting off the trail of the monster here, but maybe getting a bit too greedy here. Nice rock throw here, not being able to get in here. Yep. All right. I mean, we can't see the all chat here, but I would assume there's something going on in there for Mikkel. Or maybe that was just ping. I mean, everything's possible here. So as I see in the chat, some discussions around which player is in which team. So I will probably, if I am able to, put up the up-to-date leaderboard and matchup sheet. Again, if I'm able to. As we see in the background, Rope going down, actually not only being downed, but being deaded here. So no more trapping, no more doming, and Mikkel just having a field day on not an easy, and nice, not on an easy map here, but Wilhelm getting caught nicely here. But remember, it is Lazarus. So we can, I think we saw him cloaking here. Nope, there we go. He might just go for the revive here on the corpse. Nope, just being targeted on top of that pillar. One more time. Still cloak in there. Just cloak being just cloak running out here, and this will spell his doom here. Healing field is ready, yes, indeed, but just a tad too late. Not enough to save you here, buddy. So we can see the, let's say, interesting. Just Mikkel not having any fun here. So not having none of it. Not even leaving the portal up here, trying for the sneak play, probably not going for the easy win, I would assume. As we know, Mikkel, he likes to have his time here, as everyone is being dead, but he took his time maybe too much, or maybe it was just too great a bit of roaching here. As we can see, Markup actually getting away with his life. And we can see everybody returning from the dropship here, so this isn't quite the end. Whether it was Mikkel just being generous or actually being great play by Crook here, I would assume the latter. Because I don't think Mikkel chose to not pounce in that one moment that Crook went down that pillar. So nice bit of avoidance here. And we can see a quick evo to stage 3 here as the Hunter team just comes in one more time from the dropship. Doesn't have enough speed to get into position here. And I think they are indeed positioning here in the power relay, and this is maybe where we can change one more time as we see Mikkel just armoring up here. So we see, of course, Markov being able to place those mines here. One up there, great roaching position here. So if you go up there and get pounced on by the monster, you can get out of it with the help of the mines here. So nice placement here. Can we actually see where the portals are? I don't think so. But we can see that the engagement is already starting here. Mikkel is trying to sneak in here, but getting slowed greatly here for the first time, basically, by Crow. We did not see those purple rings around that Goliath first, because Crow was downed early. So first real engagement here. Everyone was set up greatly. Bad news for Carla here. She did try some plays with the armor reducer, but actually getting back up here one more time. So just one incap. So that must have been Lazarus indeed getting near to that downed hunter. But Wilhelm actually going down here. Lazarus being down is not a good thing for your team. Nice blast damage here. Probably calculated. Not being able to dodge will mean the doom of Rogue here. Nice sneak attack here, but not enough since he will be stopped by damage. Trying to clear the mines and succeeding here, but so whatever was set up here was not enough. Kana actually trying to get out of reach here. So can we get a dropship timer? Actually don't quite see it. There it is, 130. Oh, this might not be quite enough for Kala to get away here, but can we see Mikkel actually damaging the power relay? We actually see him going for the power relay here. And Kala is quite a bit away here. 1 minute on the dropship timer. This will not be enough to stop him. Mikkel going for the true victory. And there we have it, folks. We are seeing some nice usage of the dimensional portals here. Oh, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Riptide going for the sneaky place here does get forced to cloak one more time here. And we'll only be able to annoy the monster a little bit here. So Mikkel actually sniffing out that Kala here. Too bad, Riptide. That was great. That was some great bit of portaling there, but to no avail. Too much damage coming through from the wildlife, stopping you from reviving that Lazarus. So too bad for this time, but maybe next time. So some more Kala, please. And the matches are not slowing down. We're seeing one more scrim here. And we're seeing, as announced, Riptide on another monster. Maybe trying another teleporting character. So might we see a Wraith? Not sure about that. So Streams kind of chasing up to Riptide here, so teasing that Wraith. And actually picking that Wraith against a damage comp, so that is some humongous, at least one ball being shown here by Riptide. Let's see if he can live up to what he's shown here. Yeah, as you can see, the textures for the Wraith does do kind of creep in here from the side. So this is the first Wraith we see all weekend and indeed all week. So as you know, kind of a glass cannon. Relies a heavy bit on bad positioning by the hunters, or at least some great positioning on the monster side here. As we can see some lag here, and one more time, excuse me. Also, the Wraith will be focusing on not being spotted early here, I would assume. So if there is no lucky break in a quick evo here, indeed there won't be any lucky break by the peer-to-peer service, it seems. So we can see some weird glitching going on here. And already the hunters are closing in very well here. So Wraith just getting caught here on some terrain. And let's see the through the wall
Okay, back on the med gun.
outlines here, and it seems like Rogue is on Parnell this time. So same comp as we saw the first match here, but different positions. We can see Wraith powering out some great damage here on Crook. Actually, seeming like Val might be going down here. Indeed, getting an incap, and no health damage being dealt just yet. Wilhelm being the next target, being the trapper here, but the stasis rifle just paying off dividends here. Crook already back up and running as Val here. Cabot doing a great job tagging the monster with the ever FPS decreasing dust here. So pretty big trade here. Half the health of the Wraith already being down here. So valiant attempt at mitigating here, trying to hide behind that pillar, trying to wait out the dome here. Some great abduction play going on here, just I assume just trying to mitigate one more time. Nice bit of flying as well here, so the Hunter is not getting an effective shot on that last health bar. Warp blast into freedom, my friend, but it seems like Wilhelm is up to the task here, trapping the Hunter with the stasis beam here. We can see some great chase damage being done here. It's just a sliver of health remaining. I'm sorry, buddy, for putting you into this position. Thanks for accepting the challenge, though. And as we can see, Riptide just getting away here. I think he might be being a bit too greedy, going for all the wildlife here. I think he should be getting a move on, and he is being chased partially right now here. So feeding up just shy of about 10% of the next evo meter here. So maybe we will see a stage 2 after all. So clean escape, just actually doing some sneaky plays here. So if you didn't see that, that was the Wraith's sneaking animation, and you're not leaving tracks. So if you get a movement skill off that platform, you will not be seen, but seems to be not enough. So ballsy play here, sneaky, smart plays indeed, but being tagged by the but the particles won't be doing you any good. Warp blasting out of dome range here, it seems. So Trapper not being able to get a nice dome off here. Another warp blast puts some more distance here. Ballsy move going for the Evo here. Cancelling it, actually, being harshly punished for the attempt. Another bit of wildlife. Another big crocodile doing his work as well, and the chase isn't breaking off anytime soon. So thanks for the change up, Riptide. So a nice bit of evading at the after the first encounter here. So first contact at, as you can see, 118, getting a quick in cap on the medic. Was a good feat here, but not enough to take home the victory. Yeah, nicely done. That was a harsh map as well, so picking right there. Nice bit of training, as I said, this is SCRIMS, so all in honor of the practicing here. So we see Fusion Plant for, I think, the second time today. Though I might be wrong. Nope, I am indeed wrong. So this is the first time seeing the classic Fusion Plant here. So we've got a huge structure on this circular map where you can do some sneaky stuff. So going for some sneaky plays, maybe moving around the top of the structure on the western side. And then sneaking below through the water might be some place here we can see. But the feeding route you usually see is going from the center of the map, circling all the way counterclockwise through the northwest, and then going straight east. But going straight east is going to be a problem with an experienced team here. So, by the way, I know you can see the map right now. I'm working on that as well. So. I didn't have time to set OBS up for that as well, but I'm going for a picture-in-picture here. So let's see what I can do next time. So, but you're basically trying to get go for the top right very fast. So there is a good chance you're going to see a mammoth bird there. Also, if you're fast, you can get through to the huge rock in the northeast side. If you're not fast enough, though, there is a great spot to be domed there. A nice little passage where you will provide the hunters a lot of line of sight to get some damage in. Not much to be mitigated there. So we will see how Meckel does on Meteor Golith here. Goliaths here. So I didn't mention on Lazarus and Sunny being in the team for the first time. So the first Sunny here, some big comps coming through here. Sunny, as you know, pretty much favored in any comp, so huge potential in both defensive and damage comps because of her versatility. So you've got the shielding drone, providing just a bit of defense to the whole team if you position it right. You've got Lazarus as well, which is a nice combination actually, because you can make up for Lazarus's lack of healing ability with some shielding here. And we can see some doubling back here as Riptide actually getting hit by some wildlife there. And as I've said, it's not as easy as, for example, a Rogue Val to heal up the whole team in a chase here for Lazarus. So you can see Riptide is still not healed up here, so let's see if that costs him here. As we can see, the skilling here, no rock throw here, so you know, you can see 3 sequence taken here. But let's one more time. So this is the first Meteor Goliath we see here. So as you know, the Goliath, the vanilla Goliath, going for the usual just kind of damage, being athletic, jumping all over the place. That's still the case with Meteor Goliath, but he is trading in some upfront damage for some dot damage. So this will prove difficult for the Lazarus player here. So first dome coming down, and we see Sunny being focused first here, but not actually getting in any shots here. So flying above the monster, just proving to be the superior strategy here. Getting in enough time to the whole team to get more and more distance on the monster here. Some great bit of mitigating here, but being on fire stops you from doing any kind of feeding, and that's where it will stop in this dome, I would assume. But the dome is very well laid out here to break line of sight, it seems. So the health bar is just now being attacked here. More wildlife coming to Nickel here. Seems to be more of a boon than a curse. As we see some healing here, and a nice bit of mitigating here. So we've seen this once before, where the Goliath player had actually, I think this was Mikkel as well, did not get damaged at all, but nice chase damage coming in here. So about a health bar worth of damage here. So stage 1 engagements, you want to mitigate if you can't get a quick down on anyone. Bad luck getting hit here by the Strider. And let's just see how many meters are behind him there. Might be just a great spot to Evo here, but the assault being on your case is not what you want to see here, and Parnell will unload here very well. Getting off a rocket shot before switching to the shotgun here might be a bit of tough luck here, because you're missing a bit of damage per second. So not being able to break that armor, not being punished for Evo at all here, basically. As we can see, the basically standard going for nice dome here, catching the catching Mikkel in the movement speed here. So no traversal for you. Rogue getting line of sight here, nicely from the side, just far enough to not be in range for any kind of attack here. And Mikkel forced to run one more time against this damage comp here. No cabot to see, but as I've seen, you're trading some offensive capabilities for some versatility and chase potential. So the jetpack boost coming in very handy here. As you can see, everyone's dodging very nicely. Nice bit of positioning from the Sunny player here. So Riptide doing great damage here, doing great work here. Wilhelm being focused here. Crook getting some damage on the side here as well, and actually being domed. So what happened there was Crook popped Super Soldier, getting some dot damage on himself, and being on the sidelines of the fight for too long proved too much for him. But we can see the last health bar getting attacked here, and surely will be the last bit of damage here coming through. Yes, indeed. So no rock throw, being able to block any kind of shot here, and the long-range rocket launcher, I think, was the undoing of the Meteor Goliath here. So this is a first for, as you can see in the, as you saw briefly in the statistics here. This was a first contact on the 4th minute. So quite late here, and a quick evo, not 102 as you usually aim for, but 116 I think it was. That was pretty sweet. As we see the team kind of, I think, changing hosts or maybe stopping for the evening, I'm not quite sure. But this provides me for some time actually to go for a... Yeah, so swapping hosts, this provides me a bit of time to just get a bit of water in here, so excuse me for a little bit. Moving back into the shotguns here, so we are seeing Wilhelm as his first appearance as the Goliath here. Mikkel one more time as Cabot, so we've seen him last time as support, going for Cabot as well. So let's check this getting one more time real quick here. So we've got no rock throw as is custom for the customary for the Goliath here. Going full mobility is basically standard, and we can see as it is the 40 seconds mark, the hunters coming down from the dropship here. And we can see basically everyone except for Cabot going for instant speed abilities here. So this is quite different from what we've seen before, but you can already see it paying off as Val gets a quick weak point attached to the monster here. Nice bit of work, while Wilhelm was able to get enough Evo points here for a quick Evo, being actually stopped from climbing here by the dome, but this is,
Playing it a
seems to
little
be
close there, big guy.
pretty sweet. A pretty sweet dome for Wilhelm here, being just out of the range from the hunters here, doing great bit of mitigating. You can see them spreading out the assault, tagging along after Daisy here. Nice damage. As you can hear, Riptide going for the super soldier here, maximum damage indeed. Armor being shredded big here. And Rogue actually going down quite quick here. Stage 1, nice bit of comboing here. So Dome being dropped as the Trapper goes down. Nice bit of mitigating, not actually taking any health damage. That was pretty quick here, but Cabot already on the case here, so the captain of the dropship actually coming through here with another big dust here. Nice bit of hitting here, 2 medium-sized wildlife here. No dune beetle, but nice bit of going here, and probably going for the engage here. Daisy making first contact here, but being ignored completely by Wilhelm here. Going instead right for the support first, just making contact here, knocking them out, but Cabot being able still to get that damage increase, but being down here actually, so nice bit of focusing. The hunters are not ready yet, but as you can see, the 5th team member Daisy actually picking up Mikkel here. Nice work by you, good doggo. So we can see Cabot being revived here does create some bad experience here by the for the Goliath, dropping his armor for the first time. Getting a down on medic here though, so nice bit of focusing here around this weird sort of pillar here. Daisy going, as always, straight for the revive, but actually getting healed nicely by the downed Crook here. Otherwise, this is the first time we see Crook on the medic here, so maybe he's still on that going all in mindset here, which can prove quite well on an aggressive value, but downs being followed by other downs here. So Mikkel being focused next here, oh bad, and that's a bad miss. So we, even despite the bad miss, we can see Mikkel going down here, and Rogue going for the revive immediately. Maybe can Roach and a loop-de-loop enough. Great utility here by the flame traps, but not proving to be enough here. Nice bit of aiming at the end here, not going for the sneak attack at the end, but indeed going for the true victory here. So nice bit of muscle play here for Wilhelm on his first outing here. So as we switch toasts, as is to be expected at some points, there will be a bit of high ping here. Yeah, by the way, just speaking to the chat here, so help me out. In the tournament last weekend, what was customary? Was Monster always host? Yeah, so Monster usually is host. So this is the same as I think sometime last year the other big tournament was. Mr. Dr. Fun. Indeed, there was a tournament last week. So last weekend we had 2 matches actually. So we had Team Jackals and Russian Front duking it out. And Sunday we had the same matchup but different players actually. And we've seen some more player movement since. So let's take a look back at the composition here. So this is interesting. So we've got the first ape and the first high. So if it weren't for ape, I would call this a beam team to be sure. So we've got another Bal and Hank combo, which is just obnoxious to fight against. But in addition to that, if you're not well positioned as a monster, you will get beamed by that flamethrower. By Hyde. And we can see Crook on Trapper this time, so he's gone for Ape. Ape going for the tracking darts, so you will see him shooting a lot of wildlife in strategic spots. And if he's lucky, he will be tagging wildlife that is eaten by the monster here. Yeah, so what you just saw was a Strider corpse attacking the monster. This is due to bad ping, so this usually doesn't happen. And that was a Strider attacking the monster as soon as he as the dying animation started. So monster doesn't actually take any damage here, so Wilhelm doing just great here. Nicholas first outing as medic is that, if I don't remember things wrong here, and Road first time on support action. So big switching up, Riptide not first on support though, seeing his famous power. Oh yeah, what's up Dylan? Where's your YouTube video set? So, as we see some sneaky plays here going through the water area, so some nice bit of evading here on stage 1, almost ready to Evo, so I would assume there will be a premature orbital blast here. Rope. Let's see what's going on with the assault here. What's going on here? So I think there was some there was some kind of a big wildlife there. Luckily there's some nice healing going on here. Not being punished a lot here, but certainly slowing down the hunter team enough so they are running into the western side of the map here. By quickly realizing that the Goliath isn't there, but just too late as Wilhelm smartly goes for a stage 2 here. And the wannabe Daisy is actually not seeing Wilhelm going for the Evo here. Bit of luck as well. So another bit of feeding frenzy going on here. Just we are seeing some nice bit of Wilhelm just feeding undisturbed here, going for just a bit of feeding, and you can see him evading the hunters pretty nicely here. So This is tournament rules. Sure, this is SCRIMS, so we are seeing just a tad of memeing. But still, if you want to practice sneaking around, as we see what I'm doing here, you can quickly do that. There's no Daisy around to so maybe we can see him focusing the engagement here, and yes, indeed, he's going quickly for it. Mikkel nicely being caught out here, so well done setting it up by Wilhelm. And he's going still by... Oh, and this is some great shielding going on by Hank, and this is what I meant being so tough to deal with here. Nice orbital barrage here, but Mikkel should have stayed just on top of that pillar there, being protected by the orbital barrage. And I think so. There's still some shielding going on here. Rogue is being prevented from rezzing at all. So usually you see some focusing on the support here, but Medic just being out of position here, or rather Wilhelm setting it up very nicely here, gets him into position to actually pressure Rogue that much that he goes down here. So Rogue is going down. Strike one on Mikkel, strike one on Rogue as well. That was a big old leap slam here. Just some melees being missed here as the roaching goes up, but charge can't miss, says Wilhelm. So we can see at least some great trading here, but support getting a bit greedy here. Maybe should have gone for the cloak as well. So clean sweep here by Wilhelm. Nicely done. First contact at 339, and indeed that was the last contact. So everything came down to the sneaky place there by Wilhelm. Well done, actually. So it paid off being patient at the start there. So they will be bringing it back here. Seems to have been an issue in the last match, so I mean, some high pings, just to be expected. We're seeing a rematch here. So Wilhelm still on Monster here. We are seeing Crook on Abe, Rogue on Hank, and we are seeing the B team incomplete with the Val. Mikkel going for Medic one more time here. So as we see one more time, we've got the speedy cruise here. So we've got movement speed on almost everybody here, except for Hank, which, as I've explained, is customary, just going for clip size over anything else. And there we go. So basically the same road as last time, if I'm not mistaken. So, but actually gorging on the little dudes this time. So a bit slower this time. Maybe the team can learn from the past roads here, but it seems like they're moving straight where the birds have been. So another one for the sneaky books here. So indeed, Wilhelm up to no good, using his sneaky boots. trying to get as many references in as I can. Almost ready to evo to stage 2, so Hunter's still pinging that east side of the map here, so Rogue? No. He's not there, even though you're pinning there, so nicely done. And there was actually some line of sight. I didn't quite see who it was, so I think it was the trapper, so I think it was seeing the monster there. And we can see sneak level 100 paying off here for Wilhelm. Nicely done, getting some big distance here from the Hunter team. But they are onto him, so they know where they are. And can we see a dome here? And yes, indeed. We can see a another point into Leap Smash and 2 into Rock Throw this time. So big damage coming out in stage 2 here, but no armoring up for Wilhelm in peace here. But he is getting in some fitting here. We see some ice skating due to my a bit higher pingy, so sorry about that one more time. Rogue getting focused this time, so Hank not leading an easy life here. Ooh, a big hit on Riptide here, which I haven't really seen how that happens, but I would assume that Riptide just intercepted a rock throw there. Mikkel being hit this time, so nice big hit on the medic here while doing the loop around on the indestructible tree, but still going down here. Wilhelm not doing as peachy though as he was on the now repeated rematch, so we can see him actually dropping some health here, not quite finishing up Crook here as the assault is running for his life and not quite, the trapper running for his life and not quite getting down here. But there's no medic to be seen here as Mikkel is actually just going completely down here. And we can see Hank going down as well, so no sneaky plays from him here. And Riptide just holding his own as well as he can. And we can see Crook just hanging by a thread here. Don't step on any traps here. Nice bit of evading, nice bit of roaching as well, so nicely done. Can he do the impossible? No, he can't. But still, valiant effort there. And he can, again, we can see a late engage on the first contact here, so one more time, sneaky boots paying off for Wilhelm here. Unfortunately, we don't get to hear what he has to say for himself for being so sneaky. But well done. Everything is fair. On sheer. Doesn't quite rhyme. So, rendering plant for the second time today, I think. This time I'm quite sure. So I know what happened last time as when I mentioned monster selection. Don't take this as an order. I know you're watching. But we haven't seen a Kraken. A single Kraken yet. I know you won't play Elder Kraken. I don't want to see Elder Kraken. I don't want him ever again in my line of sight. We haven't seen Kraken yet. So this comp we haven't seen before. We have seen those hunters before, but Slim Cabot, nice bit of damage coming through there. I mean, a man can wish, right? I don't know who's hosting right now. I think someone not from the USA. So I think if we're getting some Kraken host, maybe that can be fun. Maybe that won't be fun, but it will be different. So one more time we can see people switching through. Crook being back on Assault. Riptide trying out Medic, I think for the first time here. If I'm not quite mistaken. Mikkel one more time on the Cabot. Broke on that Wasteland Maggie. And Daisy just, you know, being Daisy. And there's some quick getting caught here, I think, by the monster, so. So this is actually sweet avoidance one more time, but even sweeter splitting up by the Trapper here. And this is one of the advantages of being Wasteland Maggie here, but if that were any other Trapper being split from the team like that, you would have seen Wilhelm going for the pounce here, but being tag teamed by Wasteland Maddie and her Pokemon here, not really being in the cards here for Wilhelm.
Damage amp is up! Clip and slide!
Ooh, sneaky charge here on Rogue. And indeed getting a nice combo up here, but not quite enough to drop Rogue just yet. Wilhelm still stage 1, but mitigating nicely, being just sandwiched between some wildlife there. But being stuck between a rock and a dome here, it seems. Ooh, Crook going for max damage there, not afraid at all by being stuck there behind that structure, but going for the offense here, and that seems to be the best defense. Actually hurting Wilhelm just enough to go down to almost 2 health bars here, so nicely done. Very nice choice here. Not backing out. So this is tough. This is what I was talking about. So this is another hourglass shaped map. So you've got the beach at the top here and also on the bottom here. So bad positions to be as a monster. So you don't want to really move in that direction. So that only leaves basically the west side of the map. And moving through this choke point here does not provide a lot of paths to go through. We can see that west pocket actually getting used to great effect here, but I think that was the earliest you could go for an Evo here. Not being hit yet, but there we go. A few shots getting placed on that Goliath, but getting another skill point in here for that leap slam. And two more in rock throw is going to be almost lethal here. Nice intercept from Crook here, as we are accustomed to, so nice going here. Riptide getting focused hard though. Nice boom trap here though by Rogue on the back here, trying to evade, doing a nice job. There we see the FPS dropper one more time, so this is a tough bit. There was a lot of damage coming through here, but it was tough keeping line of sight by Cabot here. That does not have to be understated here. So that was not the best dome here, since there was a great loop-de-loop. So Wilhelm could use that to his advantage, just mitigating. But as he was on the offensive here at the stage 2 engagement, he was not able to land a huge number of hits here, as I seem to have just thrown me out here. So sorry. Give me a second. And we are heading back in. No, don't let me leave here. Alright, there we go. Yep, I'm in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Riptide, coming through for the save one more time. Got a little bit excited, pounding on that keyboard there with my finger. Get your mind out of the gutter. And we are seeing the dam for the first time in this match, so Scrim is going new places here. This is awkward. Did I choose the wrong role? I don't think so. But I am showing up as a hunter. I didn't choose anything, so I think I am still observer here. So this is the first time being dam here, so the feeding route usually goes in a circle, so we're going to see Wilhelm choosing his adventure here. We will also see the medic here, so we are having a rerun of a comp we've already seen here, but on a different map, so quite offensive one more time. So Waggy changing in her usual harpoons for more damaging fire harpoons. Slim as the most offensive kind of badass medic, arguably. Watch out for the toad, by the way. Are you going to get... Yeah, alright, so don't let yourself be stopped by one mean toad here. Actually using that turn time, so shout out to any Dota All-Stars listeners out there. Using turn time to our advantage can be quite helpful. Alright, there we go. So we are seeing Wilhelm going for the north side here and doing the loopy-loop. So as I've mentioned, you are kind of free to to roam around the map here, but getting caught in a big old open field here is not the worst of places for Wilhelm. If you are managing to mitigate it around that rock, actually going not for the pillar, but moving into a pocket here for a little bit, killing some wildlife with that charge, and actually aggroing some wildlife. Maybe getting that wildlife on that hunter might be doing dividends here, but doesn't seem that way. And Wilhelm almost losing his armor here, and there it is. Armor is destroyed, so taking real damage here. Riptide just at half health here, and the healing fuel will be charged but not used yet, so smart usage of that cooldown. Actually just now going for it there. Interesting tidbit here, so we've got a change in perks here. So we are used to seeing that Jaguar on the right side here on almost everybody, but the support this time we've got a clip increase on the medic actually. So we've got more upfront damage, more longer lasting damage here from Riptide, as we see a stage 2 in Evolve here. Crook closely following Daisy here, might have paid off. Daisy was a little bit faster, but well calculated here by Wilhelm. Well done, well seen. We're seeing the second dome here, so nice catch here by Rogue. Didn't really see line of sight here, but interesting placement though. We've got an arch, so there's some corner of the map not being used here by either team, I would assume. You can hide behind that, but you cannot escape. So that arch is actually basically completely impassable here. And focus is going down on the medic here. But as you know, the Spore Cloud from Slim is just annoying as all heck. Slim is being downed here. So Riptide being in cap once means strike once, but this is not an even trade by all means. So no healing coming in here up until this point. Mikkel being downed is a nice bit of work. But Daisy being on the reviving team here, just basically paying itself, man. Wilhelm doing his best to get some distance between the team and himself. Another toad here. We're going to have battle toads at some point here. But this time it might just be enough for Wilhelm to get distance and a bit of armor regeneration up here. So nice bit of evading here, just choosing the right direction to go to. Going all the way to the south, and this is a bad bit of placement, so he chose to jump just straight forward here instead of choosing the left hand side here. So no quick disengagement here, instead choosing to double back, sneaking all the way to the right side. But as you can see, Riptide is just closing in here, as I feel myself whispering into the ASMR microphone. Still a bit of feeding here, so nice escape here actually, just using those traversals at the last possible second here to evade that medic. So nicely done. Daisy already made contact here, but ooh, nice hit on Riptide here, and Rook as well. So that was a leaves them for the ages here. So as you can see, the Hunter team just getting pounded right away here before the engagement actually properly starts. Not enough time to get into position, and Rogue is actually going down with them, actually the dome as well. So Wilhelm nicely trading some in-caps here just for some armor damage. No lasting damage sustained here, so nicely done. Though he is moving into a pocket up there in the north, going for the stage 3 Evo here. And there's quite some crook going on here. Yeah. And he's sneaking around like a crook, so he's getting snuck up on and has to pop that shield. But that leaves him to be kind of in the sidelines here, as we are blinded by the spore cloud, and Riptide just moving out of the danger zone here, but right back in here from Wilhelm, just on that last sliver of health and actually being downed here. So what happened there was the spore cloud from SCRIMS actually doing quite a bit of work. So as you know, sniffing around as a monster isn't doing you any good if you're affected by the spore cloud, so nice bit of work here. I mean, well done evading one more time, being sneaky by Wilhelm. Getting to stage 3 is the best thing you could have done there. But I think the aggression, the pure aggression there from Crook actually going by himself actually paid off here. Yes, getting sneak attacked is quite risky there, but popping your shield, getting your team just inside of firing range, saving you and also re-engaging, that was pretty sweet, I gotta say. So I think we've got one player actually leaving the scrim. Might be I think it's a Rogue going out here. So thanks for the matches, Rogue. Well done. As I'm knocking over my juice box here. So thanks very much. Have a good one. And we will see who is coming in next. So grab yourself a new fresh bottle of whatever is your ale here. We'll move into quick pause here. I'll be back shortly.